Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So guys, I told you guys I keep updating you on this whole Bud Light situation. Guys, check this out. It happened, guys. It happened. Bud Light dethroned its top-selling beer brand in the U.S. after boycott. Yes, guys, you heard that right. We all heard these people saying, "Oh, this boycott's not gonna last. It's not gonna do anything." Well, look what it did, guys. Bud Light is not the number one beer brand in America. Look at that. So, guys, we're going to jump in this article. But before we do, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It really helps keep this channel going. I am trying to hit 3,000 subs by the end of the month. So make sure you are subscribed, guys. Hit the notification bell and then check the community tab for the lives. Guys, look at this. Bud Light just gave the championship belt away, guys. And this is capitalism right here, right? Look, Modelo is now the number one beer in America. Its U.S. distributor has said, after sales showed that it outsold longtime industry leader Bud Light in recent weeks. So Modelo stores topped $333 million in 4 weeks, ending May 28th, a 15.6% rise on the same period last year compared with Bud Light's $297 million and 22.8% fall. Wow, look at that. And this is according to Circana IRI data figures obtained by Newsweek via Constellation Brands, the Mexican beer's U.S. distributor. Guys, now, you might think that this is a win for Anheuser-Busch still, but no. Constellation Brands gets the profits from Modelo sales in the United States. So it's not like Anheuser-Busch is just replacing one brand for the other. They might own Modelo, but Constellation makes the money because they distribute beer in the United States. Man, oh man, oh man, guys. Look at that. Okay. Separate Nielsen IQ sales a data that was obtained by Newsweek via industry consultancy firm Bumps Williams Consulting. Guys, props to Bumps Williams, right? Or Bump Williams, whoever. His name has been everywhere in this whole story, and I guarantee you that his consulting group is making a lot of money because of this, right? Okay. So Bump Williams Consulting showed that Modelo's sales were about $341.9 million in week ending May 27th compared to Bud Light sales of $298.6 million. Look at that difference, guys. Look at that. Wow. Bill Newlands, the chief executive officer of Constellation, said the 4-week jump had happened quicker than we had anticipated. Isn't it so? Even Constellation said, we didn't think that we would get this much business this fast. He says, we thought that this would take a little longer. We've been very fortunate that having gone quicker than we had anticipated, but this is a great position to be in on the beer side. Anheuser-Busch, the makers of Bud Light, have been approached for comment. Its data showed that Bud Light sales value represented 9.1% of the total market in 2023 compared to Modelo's 8%, representing a gap of several $100 million. Anheuser-Busch, the brewer's parent company, has owned the bulk of Modelo's makers, Grupo Modelo, since 2013. However, to seal that deal, here you go, guys, U.S. regulators forced Anheuser-Busch to sell Modelo's U.S. business to the Constellation Brands in a bid to preserve competition in the American beer market. Wow. Wow. So they don't own the Modelo brand in the U.S. market. Wow. Huh. So Bud Light sales have been down for several weeks amid conservatives calling for a boycott of the brand for collaborating with Dylan Mulvaney, blah, blah, blah. So the latest industry figures obtained by Newsweek via Bump Williams Consulting showed Bud Light suffered a 23.9% drop in sales value and a 27.8% tumble in volume year on year in week ending May 27th. That decline was overall much less steep than the one reported in the previous week, where it lost 25.7% and then 29.95%. So former Anheuser-Busch executive Anson Frericks last month has suggested that the weekly release of Bud Light sales by trade publications was encouraging those calling for a boycott of the beer, and that is true. Because we get week-to-week updates of if what we're doing is working. Whereas things like Disney and all this other stuff, they can hide all their losses. Oftentimes it's quarter to quarter, like fiscal year to fiscal year, right? In the op-ed for Fox News, Frerick said that boycotters were witnessing their success in real time, and that his former employer cannot force the media storm to die down by starving it of data. Facts, just like Disney does, and Netflix, and all these other entertainment businesses. In response to the latest 4-week figures, Constellation's vice president, Maggie Bowman, told Newsweek via email on Tuesday that Modelo had consistent and accelerated growth since her company had acquired the rights in 2013. She said that Modelo was the second fastest growing beer brand in 2022. It's praising runaway growth thanks in part to increased distribution. So guys, let me know what you think. Look at some of these comments. This first part guy says, so when you make a beverage that's pretending to be beer, you have to rely solely on marketing. Wide availability, low price, and shelf placement. Look at that. This guy says, LOL. A company spends 100 years developing its brand identity, and then in one spring event loses its identity, overreaching out to those with identity issues. That represents around 1 million people total, or about 0.02% of the population. Look at that. He says, and as a staunch hater of Bud Light since my first taste back in the 80s, I find it hilarious. This guy says Bud Light's pronouns are was and were. Oh man, you guys. Guys, let me know what you think, like how much worse that this is going to get, because I think that it's going to get worse. A lot worse. Because summer's supposed to be their, like, big sales months, guys, and they're down in sales. So wait until the fall and the winter, right? So, alright, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and I'm out of here.